Warning, this content may be disturbing to some audiences. Subscribe. If you dare. My aunt once sent me a birthday gift from another country that was a Walmart gift card for like $10. It was also mostly empty and had a balance of like 53 cents. Hey everybody, welcome to ANECDOSED. People ask Reddit. What's the worst gift you've ever received? Number 1. Commenter. My mother gave me a book for Christmas that I gave to her for her birthday a year before. She acted as though she purchased it for me. I wrote a note to her, so I know it was the copy I gave to her. Also, my mother-in-law gave me a box of plastic forks for Christmas last year. I'm chalking that one up to dementia. Person B. I gave my aunt a basket of lotion, soaps, bath bubbles 1 year for Christmas. Lame gift, I know. My mother gave me the lotion out of it later that year. It had gone from aunt to cousin to mom back to me. Mom didn't try to claim she'd bought it. She flat out told me she'd been at her sister's house and been given this lotion. Person C. Oh man, this reminds me of a gift my aunt gave me when I was younger. A book, not bad, I love books, with someone else's note to their grandchild on the inside cover, okay, with a card taped over the note, cut to fit in the book, okay. Turns out she did the donation collection / sorting for a charity, and picked all the family's Christmas and birthday gifts from donations for several years. Number 2. Rather mundane, but my aunt once sent me a birthday gift from another country that was a Walmart gift card for like $10. It was also mostly empty and had a balance of like 53 cents. Number 3. My mother-in-law gave me a blanket I had just donated 2 weeks before to Goodwill. She went there, bought it, and gave it to me like a new gift. Never realizing it had been in my home. Now I have to drive about an hour to donate anything for fear it will come back to my house. Number 4. Commenter. Secret Santa 2008. The minimum for the Secret Santa was $50. His list of ideas had leather gloves, a knit beanie, gift cards, a cell phone case, and cologne, but specifically not one particular brand. I bought him a pair of leather gloves, an X-Men beanie, he was a comic book fan, and a bottle of cologne that was not the brand he disliked, but I put it inside a box of the brand he didn't like just as a fake out for fun. The person whose name I drew in the Secret Santa just so happened to be the one who had drawn my name. I got an unwrapped and clearly used, but empty, dollar store flask with a cheap gumball machine sticker of a tiger, comma stuck on it. Yeah, that was the last time I participated in a Secret Santa gift exchange. Person B. In middle school we had a Secret Santa. I drew this dude Matt. Matt loved Civil War era history and just military history in general, so I got him some Revolutionary War soldier figurines. I couldn't find Civil War soldiers at the time, but knew he'd still like the soldiers because reasons, and an illustrated timeline of notable events during the Civil War. He gave me a piece of banana Laffy Taffy that he happened to have in his pocket that day. Still ate the Laffy Taffy though, I love banana flavored candies. Person C. In 4th grade I had a girl for Secret Santa who had me as well. I filled a gift bag with candy, jewelry, kid stuff, nail polish, and I bought a small loom so that I could weave her a friendship bracelet with her initials. I had moved to town that year and I thought we were getting to be good friends. I got a paper lunch bag with a handful of Tootsie Rolls. Person D. We had a Secret Santa at school in year 3. Everyone was opening their presents, getting cool toys and shit. I was saving mine till last. I was all hyped up, everyone was watching me open mine. I tear off the paper and peek inside and I burst into tears. My present was a box of crackers. Who does that to a kid? Everyone else was getting toys and shit, and I'm sitting there with a box of crackers. I lost hope in Secret Santas from that day onward. Number 5. Commenter. I got really excited one year when my uncle, who was usually pretty shitty when it came to gifts, handed me a wrapped present in the shape of a video game case. Turns out it was a metal puzzle that he got in a magazine he didn't want. Person B. I had an asshole uncle give me an old set of tumblers. They looked like they had been sitting in their box in a storage unit for 20 years. They didn't even have a cool retro thing going, they just had some half-assed late 70s / early 80s art scribbles on them. Number 6. Commenter. Did an anonymous gift exchange at work one year where all the gifts were wrapped and put on a table. We then drew numbers and went and picked a gift in whatever order you had. The gift I received was a velvet pillow that inside had a dildo the size of my forearm and a butt plug. I was a 16-year-old boy when this happened. Edit. At the time, I worked in a local restaurant for those asking. Person B. In a similar vein of the least likely person getting that gift, though nowhere near as hilarious as yours, We had a secret Santa thing for an acting class I was a part of my senior year of high school. This was not in my school though, rather a class downtown that I was taking on my own. I was 17 and the youngest person in the class by like 6 years, at least. We did the presents where everyone brought something, not for anyone specific, then everyone gets one from either a game or randomly, I don't remember, it was 14 years ago. Well, I won the cigar box filled with mini vodkas. They all laughed since that was the only present with alcohol in it and the only underage person got it, but no one tried to say it should go to someone else. My mom even laughed when I told her. Number 7. Commenter, nothing. But not only was it nothing, it was nothing, and I later saw that my husband's affair partner texted him while he was out shopping for my gift and told him that he better not buy me anything. Person B. Same. Nothing for Christmas or my birthday 2 years in a row for my wife. The second year she didn't even remember it was my birthday until my mother, who we were having lunch with, wished me happy birthday. I've always spent a lot of time, effort, and money on her presents. I'm done doing that. Number 8. Commenter. An aunt that I rarely saw gave me an unwrapped and opened Kenny G CD for Christmas one year. Person B. Sounds like she forgot a gift for you and had to dig through her glove compartment to find something mildly decent. Person C. I'm 100% certain that this is what happened. I probably should have mentioned in my original post that I was 6 years old. Kenny G is not the best last-minute gift for a 6-year-old boy. Number 9. One year for Christmas my dad gave me a notebook and pencils and told me Santa wants me to study more. I was 5. Number 10. I was spending Christmas with my wife's family for the first time and my wife's uncle/aunt/cousin's gift for me was a baseball cap for use in the mining industry. It had a built-in plastic shell in the cloth lining which made it really uncomfortable and non-adjustable. It was also about 4 to 5 years old and very clearly used. The edges were fraying and the plastic was cracked in one spot. Same family got my wife a marble clock that weighed upwards of 6 to 7 kilograms and didn't work. We were flying back the next day with carry-on only luggage. Not as serious as other replies here, but genuinely the weirdest and worst gift I've received. Number 11. Commenter. My cousin gave me a picture of herself for Christmas. Person B. My aunt does this for every gifting occasion. Christmas, birthday, etc. This year was super special. She came to my job 2 weeks after my birthday to give me my present, which was the usual stack of photos and a pack of AA batteries. Have yet to figure out what the batteries are for. Person C. My girlfriend gave me a framed picture of my own butt for my birthday. Person D. I have this friend that I've known since I was a kid. Growing up we were pretty close, but after high school she became a complete snob and we drifted apart. She still tells people we are best friends even though we only speak on birthdays and some holidays. Last year, a week before Christmas, she texted me making a big deal about seeing me so she could give me my gift, which was weird to me because we hadn't bought each other gifts since high school. We always just exchanged texts saying happy holidays. At the time I was working a lot, so I'd always say, oh I can't today but I'll meet with you before Christmas. So she'd text me every day for like 5 days asking if she could stop by to give me my gift. Finally I was actually home and I had nothing better to do, so I said sure, come on over. I shit you not, she came over with a huge smile on her face, giving me the cheek kisses, telling me how great it was to see me, and handed me a little wrapped gift and told me to open it right there. I unwrapped it and it was a effing picture of her. Nothing else. Just a close-up shot of her face. After I opened it she was like, I'm glad I finally got to give it to you. I have so many other stops to make to drop off gifts, so let's catch up some other time. And she left. I closed the door and walked over to my pantry and put the picture on the top shelf and closed it. Like a week later my boyfriend went to the pantry reaching for cereal and was like, WTF is this? Person E. One of the best gifts I ever got was a secret Santa exchange at work. My coworker made me a baby's first year picture frame all by himself, and the centerpiece was him at Halloween as Honey Boo Boo lurching toward the camera. I laughed so hard and so long I was blind from the tears. Best payoff of any Christmas gift under $10, I'd say. Number 12. When I was 11 to 12 my father's fourth wife would constantly give gifts to me and my sister, but would often take them back when we were out of the house and return them. So she'd give us really cool things, like a DVD player or even once a slot machine. But in a week or so they'd be gone. And we were expected to be totally okay with that. The only gifts that she gave us, permanently, were her old clothes. And that would have been fine, except that she was a size 20 and at the time I was a size 8/9. She fully expected me to wear her clothes, which were often wrapped in gift boxes, and stopped speaking to me when I said they were too big to fit. Anyway, my father's married to his 5th wife now. Number 13. One year my, now ex-boyfriend bought me a deck of Magic, the Gathering cards. I had absolutely no interest in them prior to receiving them, and then he refused to teach me how to play the game. He took them with him when we broke up. Edit, I should mention it was for my birthday too. Number 14. I've never really been one to expect gifts, because for some reason I feel guilty accepting them. When there is an occasion where a gift is traditionally given, I tend to give a short list of practical things I may want or need, and a few simple ideas of things that I really like. My mother is the queen of false promises in this regard, and in general. She would always say that going out to dinner was my birthday present growing up, and that was fine with me. The issue is that we would never go out to dinner, and when we finally would go out, there was no mention of my birthday, and she had forgotten all about it. This happened all growing up. I think the worst promise she made was last year when she came to Boston to stay with me for a week. I let her have my bed, and I slept on the sofa. She said she hated my mattress, and that no one should have to sleep on that junk. She said she was going to get me a mattress for Christmas. I refused multiple times because it's a huge expense, and I finally gave in when she wouldn't stop talking about it. I offered to put $350 towards one that she picked out for like $700. I mailed her my portion of the money for the purchase of this Christmas gift. When Christmas came, she gave me dollar store trinkets, a huge, ugly coffee table from a yard sale, a plastic bag with like 50 marked down socks, and a few clearance fleece throw blankets. Still didn't get my money back. Number 15. A 10-plus-year-old umbrella from his garage and a cheap hairbrush with mold on it. Screw you, Uncle Reg, you cheap bastard. Number 16. One Christmas I really wanted an Xbox just like every other kid. As I was opening presents I uncovered an Xbox controller and my heart started pounding. I was so excited to find the Xbox, so I tore through all of my presents to find no game system. My mom comes over to me later as I'm holding the controller. She says, "Now you don't have to borrow Scott's controller anymore when you stay the night at your friend's." Make sure to share your personal story in the comments below and have the opportunity to be featured in a future video. Also, if you like these topics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to continue seeing more content like this every day. See you next time.